Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to another round of Fire Emblem 3 Houses, Azure Moon, 100% completion in an all knights playthrough, which means all of our characters in knight type masterclasses, so bow knights, great knights, dark knights, etc. We are going to continue where we left off yesterday. Yesterday was a bit of a slow day because we had a lot of dialogue to catch up on and a lot of supports to catch up on after the time skip. We are now, I think, in the second week of chapter 14. We have one more battle left, so we're probably going to spend this on one of these quest battles. And then we go into another round of meals where we can hopefully gain more supports, get a few more people paired up with their partners, and then move on to hopefully getting our last legendary item from a monster. So let's get to it. We're going to start with Pirates in the North, Sreng region. I think this is a battle on a sand map, which is going to suck for everyone involved, except our mages and Byleth and Ingrid. So this is gonna be... this is not gonna be the nicest battle, but let's do it. I hate the sand maps, to be honest, so this is going to be interesting to say the least. Yep, there we go. Units, units, units. We need these 9 people. Yep. Oh wow, Ash needs level ups. Okay. She's probably going to have blood to do. And he can take Manuela. Okay. So, where do we go from here? Let's see. Oh wait, I can't even put him over there. I kind of want all of them to attack Gilbert, because Gilbert is probably gonna survive this, let's be honest. Do we have many people? No, we don't actually have all that many people over the water. Okay. Okay, then let's do it like this. She's level 30, she's level 30. Marketplace. Italian Guild, replenish. Everyone except Dimitri, thank you. I do actually want to whittle down that iron lance that she has, so that we have a broken lance for weapon leveling. So that's probably a good thing. Let's save and let's see where it goes.
What's my strategy?
There we go.
I must lead them well.
And Ingrid can take the other one. There we go.
It is done. Onward.
My orders?
You know what? Let's not. He's gonna get attacked by enough people. It's gonna be fine. And they are doing 2 damage to him. Wow. This is gonna be death by 1,000 cuts for him, I guess.
I'm your girl.
Everybody else can stay where they are.
prepared.
But I gotta admit, fighting in that much armor in Descent has just got to suck.
Child's play. You're soft.
Alright, now all of these guys are coming forward. Gilbert, can you please get over here? That would be great, thank you.
On my honor as a knight.
I'm nobody's fool.
Oh, nice, level up. What do you have? Ew.
I'll protect.
Oh, that was not a good level up.
I'd be honored.
That was not a good level up at all.
I won't falter. I've made it my own.
Oh wow, he actually mastered Sniper. Okay. That's one way to do it, I guess. Oh. I don't actually want you guys to go over there. And I do actually want to use Ash a lot because he still needs a level up to get to level 30.
What's the only way?
If only sales were this good.
That is a very good level up, yes. Well done. Oh no, that's the mage. I don't want to get in touch with the mage. We are not doing that. Let's move on. Okay, I guess we do have to deal with this guy once at least. How are we looking? Can you please try to kill this guy? Yes, thank you. Good job, Ash.
It's my duty.
I'm impressed.
Annette can heal her dad. And I think that should work out because now we can leave the other 3 Swordmasters to Ash. And Gilbert can whittle down his axe.
Strength and beauty. What a pair.
Okay, that was actually a good level up, but we're not using Manuela anymore, so... Okay. Oh, no, wait. We need Gilbert. Perfect, thank you, Ash. I hope he will be able to survive one of those Swordmasters. We'll have to see.
I must steel myself.
That wasn't.
Let's see, well... Oh! Oh, well, you had better get a critical on him. Yikes. Or... I can pull her... Yeah, there we go. There we go. Go save Ash, thank you.
It had to be done.
That should be fine.
unprepared.
The reason why I'm letting Gilbert have all of these, by the way, is that he has a knowledge gem equipped, and I want him to level up his armor rank a little bit quicker. Right now he does not yet have the riding rank to get into Paladin, which is going to be the next thing I'm aiming for with him. Okay, you need just a tiny little bit more, so please, let's go.
The only
So
way.
the more I can let him, so the more attacks I can let him do right now, the faster he will actually be able to get to his heavy armor rank A, which he will need for Great Knight.
All for Fargus.
So he's almost at armor rank B+, which is good. And Ned, you can move up a little bit, you can heal him. Okay. Oh my god, he gets a critical with 3 might. For 9 might total. Wow, that was totally worth it, my dude. That was absolutely worth it. We are quivering in our boots.
Too kind.
Good god. That is pathetic. I'm sorry.
On my honor as a
That was
knight.
just hilarious.
Strength and
What is up with the good level ups on Manuela? Holy moly. She's not usually that good with her level ups. I'd say that went pretty well. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. Alright, and I think this week has a meal event, so we're gonna try to use that to get as many support increases as possible. Because we do actually want to pair up almost everybody. We have recruited almost everybody. So yeah, and I think we're gonna have to hear more supports because I don't think we're done with Byleth supports, to be honest. Okay, instructions, let's go. Felix, definitely more riding, thank you. Sylvain. I do actually want to boost Sylvain a bit so he can finally get into B+ reason. And once he has that, he can make it into Dark Knight, which is the ultimate goal here. Ingrid is pretty much done. She doesn't really need anything. Of these guys, Lysithia could use some more. She needs to get onto Pegasus and Dark Flyer, so... who else needs some... She needs some more flying to get onto a Wyvern, so let's help her out with that. And I want to get her onto a Pegasus just for her paralogue.
this'll be
After that, she's going straight for Bow Knight. Okay, these guys should be fine. There's not really anything needed here. So let's continue with our own group, which means Mercedes. Mercedes gets more riding. And Ingrid gets more riding. We don't have Gilbert, do we? No. We didn't see his support yet. Okay. In that case... Yeah. I'm gonna level riding for her even though she's going to be a Falcon Knight because I want her to have movement A+. movement +1 when she gets to riding A+. So that's literally the only reason. Group tasks. Actually, as much as I love these two together, Gilbert needs it more right now, so execute, let's go. Goals. This is fine, this is fine. Yeah, he can keep on going with his A+ in writing, and once he gets either to B+ in reason or an A+ in writing, he can switch to healing magic so he can actually learn physic. This looks good. She has a hidden talent unlocked at last, so that's good. Oh, you do actually need to learn more Lance, because I need to get you onto a Pegasus. This is fine. I think all of these are going to be okay. Begin training, let's go.
Professor.
No. I don't want you to be a warrior, I want you to be on a wyvern, my dear. And there we go with the supports. Let's go. Sylvain.
Ah, that hurts. Ah, Professor. Thanks for stopping by. It's not bad. I was even told I'd be cleared for service starting tomorrow. Besides, I got this scar fighting for you. It's almost like a medal or something.
Yeah, we are actually gonna ask him because he did want to kill us. He mentioned that.
I certainly meant it when I said it, but...
Wow. Didn't even have the decency to say it was a joke. Okay.
When I thought you were going to be killed for real, my reflexes kicked in. I reacted without thinking. It doesn't mean I've stopped being jealous of you. But come on. I can't help but look up to you. If I'd had the guts to run away from home, I wonder if I would have cared as little about my crest as you do yours. No. But if I thought I could have escaped, I would have tried. I'd leave behind House Gautier, and the life of a nobleman, and anybody who knew I had a crest. Our home is to the very north of the kingdom. Just across the mountains from us is land inhabited by foreigners to Fodlan. It once belonged to Fargus, but now that the kingdom has collapsed, it's only a matter of time until fighting breaks out. Anyway, that land has been contested for centuries, and all that time, it has fallen to House Gautier to protect it. Actually, our Lance of Ruin has been doing most of the protecting. Those were dangerous times. One wrong step, and we would have lost our relic to the church. My father was afraid that the church would try to keep the lance, so he entrusted it to me. If an emergency arose, I was supposed to be called back home. I guess those very situations are why my family values crests so much. Since I bear a crest, my parents made sure I was never left wanting.
So yeah, all the discussion about how crests are just a status symbol or you should get rid of crests kind of fall apart when you realize that crests are kind of a genetic trait that gets passed on, so getting rid of it is not as easy as just saying we're just gonna take all the crests from everybody. And secondly, crests do actually have a legit beneficial, measurable effect in terms of combat prowess of the person who has a crest. So there is a legit reason why House Gautier wants their crest, and that's because they live in or near a country that has been contested for a long time.
My older brother didn't have one, and so when I was born, he was pushed aside. You know, he once shoved me in a well. He left me on the mountainside in the middle of winter, too.
And yeah, so for anyone who's like, oh, Miklan is just misunderstood, like, he still tried to kill his little brother twice, at least. So, no sympathy for this guy. I'm not sorry that he died in chapter 5.
Even as a little kid, I understood why he was like that. My mere existence stole everything from him. I have no right to complain when I am surrounded by people who would give anything to bear a crest, but do not. Now, women smile at me for the same reason my parents adore me, and my brother wanted me dead. And I have to meet them all with a smile and a wink, because I have a crest. Yeah, it's late to admit it, but I get you. It would be best just to tell them to heap their empty praise elsewhere. Anyway, it was pretty unreasonable of me to resent you. I'm really sorry about that. And I want to say thank you, Professor. Seriously, thank you. Before I met you, I'd gone my whole life not knowing there was another way for me to live.
These guys really need to get out more. It's the same with Ingrid. She was like, I never considered being a knight and a wife. And I'm like, excuse me? Like, you guys need to get out more. All of the Fargus crew.
So, from the bottom of my heart, I'm glad we met.
Well, at least he no longer wants to kill us, so that's good. And we got free motivation, which is also nice. Oh god, who now? Cyril, yeah, let's go.
Keeping it clean, sweeping it clean. No more trash, nowhere, no how. Oh darn, there's trash over there. Hey, Professor! The cathedral's a real important place for the Church of Saros, so I always make sure it's all sparkling
And
clean.
in the background you can see where the cathedral cave crashed in, and you're like, just like, I think cleanliness is the least of the worries right about now, Cyril. Like, first let's get all the rubble out of the way and maybe repatch the roof.
The monks do some cleaning too, and they tell me not to bother, and sometimes they even say to go away, but they just don't clean as good as I do. I don't stop until everything shines. Nah, not really. And Lady Rhea told me it's okay if I don't show an interest unless I feel like it. And I haven't so far, but...
So yeah, for everyone who likes to paint Rhea and the Church of Saros as religious fanatics, she literally knows that the kid who works for her does not believe in the goddess, and she's like, okay. Even though she is legit a daughter of the goddess. Like, if anybody knows that the goddess is actually real, it's Rhea.
I just want to take good care of the things she cares
Aww.
about. If there's a thing she wants taken care of, then I'll do it better than anyone else. Don't you feel the same? Since Lady Rhea really took a liking to you and all.
We're just gonna be honest.
Maybe you don't realize how great a person Lady Rhea is. She's always praying hard as she can for her followers all across Fodlan. She does it every single day. And even though she's always so busy, she tries to listen to as many people's needs as she can. When she's seen the kids who lost their parents in Remire Village, she didn't leave them there. She got the church to take those kids in, same as me. She's so kind. She's almost like a mom to all her followers, and just everybody that I can think of loves her.
Well, except for Edelgard. There's at least one person that we know who doesn't love her.
Hang on, you trying to say you know more about Lady Rhea than I do? Okay, maybe she likes you more than she likes me. But I know that I know a whole lot more about her than you do. I know these things, okay? So don't go talking down to me like you know
I
better.
wasn't Zero.
Huh? Well, just as long as we're all clear on that.
This kid. I'm pretty sure we're gonna get supports every single day because Byleth has so many supports left unseen.
Do you have a moment, Professor? I need to speak with you. Thank you so much. This is what I wanted to address. This letter from my adoptive father just arrived. Oh, have I not mentioned him? He's the reason I first came to the Officers' Academy. He's also the one who dragged me from the church where I was living, just so he could use my crest. My crest does not yet belong to a house, so he plans to use it as leverage to marry into the nobility. He's a very greedy man who was a roving merchant before adopting me, but now he's in the capital. This letter says that he's finally arranged to marry me off to a wealthy noble. I know he's just thinking of himself, but can't he see that this isn't a priority when we're at war? I don't know what to do about this proposal.
Tell him to get fucked? Seriously?
I can't see any way around it, so I fear that I must. I just don't want to let go of the life that I've made for myself. I know it's not what my heart wants, but I don't have the strength to say no.
I still think we should have the option of pairing up Mercedes and Ingrid. Like, aside from the fact that Ingrid is straight as a lance, but if I were to pair her up with anybody, with any of the female cast, it would not be Dorothea, because I fucking hate that support. It would be with Mercedes. That way, Mercedes would get to marry into nobility, Ingrid would get money for a house, and both of them could basically just be like, okay, we don't actually want to get married. We're just having this like fake marriage for the sake of our houses. So how about you just go and help the church and I go back to my night shit and we're all just gonna live our lives exactly like we wanted. Bam. Perfect solution. Wish we could have that ending.
I believe I've mentioned this before, but I want to work in service of the church. Well, I suppose it doesn't necessarily have to be the church, but I want to help those in need. If I were to marry a noble, I think it would be difficult to realize that dream. It's just, I've always allowed myself to follow the whims of those above me. I convinced myself that everything in life was at the will of the goddess. I was blind to reality. I believed it was her will to both pull me from the church and guide me to the Officers' Academy. The decision to enter this war was the first time I acted of my own free will. My adoptive father opposed this decision, but I somehow managed to convince him. Still, I couldn't free myself of him completely. This letter is proof of that. It's not that I'm scared of him, but there is something that worries me. I knew you'd understand, Professor. I've sat down to write a reply several times, but I can't muster up the courage or the words. I was hoping you could provide me with the encouragement I need.
I love that we have this option. Just ghost your dad.
If I don't, he'll go ahead with the arrangement.
Okay, that is a problem.
I suppose I must aim toward cutting him out of my life completely. Okay. I think that may have been just the push I was looking for. I'll tell him the truth. That I found a life worth pursuing, and I must decline the proposal. Maybe I should tell him I've fallen for someone else. Why, it's you, Professor. Isn't that obvious? I'm just teasing.
That's it.
Now I'm off to write this letter and stand my ground. Thank you for your encouragement.
That said, Mercedes is one of the few characters who can be romanced by both genders of Byleth.